meal. Frankie, I never know how to introduce you because I feel like you do like about 10 different, I never know what to say. From educator to minister,
Former police officer,
former police officer.
educator, musician,
Yeah, I never know what to say.
Well,
speaker, Toastmaster.
There you go. Okay.
multi-talented.
Yes, and the other voice that you're hearing is Chef Jamal Petty. Hi.
Yeah, also known as the sexiest chef on the planet.
Oh, hello, somebody. Now, you had any 10,000 jobs outside of being a chef? The sexy one, sorry.
Mm, not that I could think of.
What were you before that?
I was always a chef. I guess the only other direction that I leaned into was content creation.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did a bit of television and radio, but I did television for a good stretch, and then I did a lot of stuff on social media. So yeah, that kind of was like the hobby outside of cooking.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Okay. I have one question. Do you cook at home? Like, do you cook for yourself? Because I mean, like, or do you just sick of it?
Um,
I mean, I say sick of it. You know what I mean? Like, like you're doing it all day. Then now you gotta come home. Like,
well, I function on extremes.
okay.
So I do cook at home, and that's primarily because I care about flavor. I care about whatever it is that's gonna go on my body. Yes, because I realize that that a lot of what's out there is like people got comfortable at a place where food necessarily isn't about pleasure anymore. It's for sustenance and flavor may be an afterthought.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one other question, and this question kind of for you too, Frankie. And this ain't even got, well, this kind of have something to do with what we talking about, but then it doesn't have nothing to do with what we talking about. I'm just nosy. Okay. So, okay. I don't know all your personal business here, but would you want your mate to cook for you?
Yes. Most definitely.
Okay. Interesting.
That's almost like a prerequisite.
Really?
Yeah.
But you probably can cook better than them.
Okay. It's not a competition.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Talking about cooking, I made an accomplishment.
You could do a little something, something.
I finally learned how to cook white rice.
Wow.
Wow, that's powerful.
That is very powerful. Wait, hold on. Frankie, you couldn't even do white rice?
That's a staple, right?
I just learned it.
Yeah.
Jasmine rice. I cooked it and it was awesome.
But if you mess up white rice,
So I remember a first meal that a wonderful young lady offered me. Hopefully she ain't listening to this, but I doubt she is. She's not on the island, different country now. But was some white rice and some other stuff. But I distinctly remember the rice because it was crunchy and salty.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
I've
powerful.
been married 10 years, and for the 10 years I've been married, I've been fortunate to have my wife cook. So I finally said, you know what, it's time for me to take on the mantle. So
Wow.
starting off with white rice, and I'm moving on to I want to learn curry chicken.
So y'all like when women cook for you?
We love it.
Love.
We love it.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I tell you that's a part of the of what I would say is the starter kit for adult female.
Now see, hold on now wait.
Yeah.
Can't cook, you just have to
Right. Yeah.
You all serious right now?
Like, go back home. Go
Wow.
back to your mommy.
Wow.
Let's see if we could get that organized, and then then we could set out the nest, and she could be
This is a joke, eh?
no.
You must be able to cook. You must be.
Okay, anyhow, okay guys, I don't know, y'all could message me and tell me if this is this a prerequisite? Do y'all like your woman to cook for y'all? Like, is this a serious thing? Like,
Wow.
this high on your list?
Yeah, that's serious. That's serious.
I mean, I know because you ain't even smiling about this. I almost won't believe y'all.
Yeah, it's true.
For me, I
That's to ensure that you don't have buyer's remorse.
I grew up cook for me. My sisters used to cook for me, and so I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's nurturing.
it's nurturing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, don't mind me. I believe it or not. Every time I tell people this, people are surprised. Believe it or not, I actually like to cook. Now I ain't trying to cook every day now, but yeah, I could do a little something now. I could do a little something.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
fair
then
enough.
when you take that liking to cook and you couple that with liking to cook for man, I mean, listen,
Perfection.
that's the recipe for happily ever after.
Yeah.
Guys, anyway, y'all could
Amen.
message me because I don't know what to say. 422-4796. That's the text line. And call in 323-6232. But okay, so I was reviewing the week, just touching lightly because Chad, we got one little interesting topic coming up. But anyhow, let me touch this week. The children on TikTok, how y'all felt about that? Do you think it's a big old joke? It's a bunch of foolishness. They need to go do their work? Or is it just harmless behavior?
So that missed me altogether. You got to fill me in.
Jamal, you ain't know about that?
I old. Let's be like, what tickety talk? What's the name? Yeah.
Right.
No, man.
I just got into TikTok because I had a choir.
You all serious right now?
No, I do love TikTok, but I mean, like, I guess because I was very inundated with work over the last couple of days, I haven't been as active. But yeah, what do we miss?
Well, never mind. Let's just
Wow.
let's just
Wow.
keep it going. Okay. Next thing,
Okay.
the children wanting to cut their hair. Not cut their hair. Did y'all see that one?
Yeah, we saw that.
You mean for school?
Yeah, like they wanted some room to kind of be, to express themselves a little bit more.
Okay, that's interesting. Cool.
I kind of bored with y'all. Anyhow, I have a message.
With that, I think they're children.
Oh, hold on. Brittany, they're saying that they can't hear the guests in the background.
Okay, can they hear me?
Okay.
And
All
you
right.
could hear me?
My number one texter. Can you hear the person? Because I lean into you now. I look into you to tell me. Can you hear everyone? Y'all speak.
Can you hear me?
Okay, because they're saying
Yes,
that they
10,
can't.
9, 8.
Okay,
Okay.
wonderful.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
we're getting
stuff.
some thumbs up.
Okay, so this person says, I'm going to comment early and say if a woman can't cook or clean, she is not a woman. I cannot hear. Okay, that's when you're talking about.
I wouldn't say she's not a woman. But
She's not in the-
She's just a woman who can't cook and clean. That's fine.
That's just a woman that you.
No, she's not desirable.
Yeah, that's just
Well, what is this on me?
not a
today?
woman you would want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all serious?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, there's somebody else, guys.
That's a hard pass.
Yeah.
Y'all serious?
Yeah.
Okay, next message.
That's like a man that can't protect. What's that?
Those guys talking sense. Everyone should learn how to cook, especially women. Think about it. Women with one day have children. Okay, well, one day have children. If they can't cook, how would they feed their children? A bunch of fast food. Women put on fat quicker than men. So the alternative, which is to live on fast food, will give you an early death. Oh my goodness. So is that serious for y'all?
Mm-hmm. It shows that she actually went through at least some level of work to prepare herself to be a spouse that contributes something of value to the relationship.
Okay, so this is what you see as valuable.
Yes, a virtuous woman bringeth food from afar.
Okay, this is interesting.
It's Bible.
This is very
Food is
this is interesting, and I think it's interesting, and
Not biased.
I'm happy that y'all are saying this because I think as women we feel like what we think is valuable and what we should bring is very different from what men see as valuable and what they require or value in a woman.
I think what has happened is most women now, they work just as much as the man.
Right?
And because
Oh,
they
boy.
work just as much as the man, and many women now becoming professionals, and so their attitude now is, I can provide for myself. I don't need a man. So
no, they
this
probably need a
cooking
wife.
thing,
This show done gone in a different
this cooking thing, I don't have to cook anymore because I don't need a man. I could pay my own bills. And so that kind of woman normally be single because men
Mashing up some
needs food. It needs to be nurtured. And that's why I believe a lot of men cheat.
Oh, the pot. Wow, that's the power of the pot.
Wait, hold on. We have a caller. We have this. Listen, this ain't even what the show was about. But anyhow, we have a caller on the line. Caller, go ahead. Oh, they hung up. Okay, caller, call back. Anyway,
Power of the pot.
if a woman needs to learn to cook, then so should men. what are single men supposed to eat? Hopes and dreams. So this person saying, well, y'all need to go learn how to cook too.
Say, well, we need to learn how to cook too. So what's interesting about that? I think men to some degree have been conditioned to be able to take constructive criticism or information that they would have to make some adjustments so that they could be again desirable. Like people have absolutely no challenge with sharing with men what it is that makes them make sense to society or to women. However, how does a conversation about what men desire turn into a conversation about what that man should do for himself? Mm-hmm. Like, when does it become, okay, I guess we probably need to do that? Whoever that is a part of the problem. That's probably why you single.
I think historically,
this could be a long show. This could be either
shade.
Historically, women have been yes, men are the head of the household, but historically, women are the ones that run the household.
Okay.
In that, our job was to provide. Our job was to go there, work, sweat, and come home and give the woman what she needs to make the household what it is. And so, when you say men have to learn how to cook too, to a certain extent, but historically, men have always been providers.
Well, okay.
So our job is to give you something to cook.
Well, I think, it goes back to what I said earlier when I said that, as women, I think we think that, what makes is that she has a degree and she has this and she has that. So here it is now, women, the guys are saying that this is what they value. And so I think, right, this, let's listen.
Unless you're looking for a
co-provider. I prefer a woman.
Listen.
I prefer a woman without a degree. To tell you the truth, who don't have a degree, who can cook and take care of my children and the household, rather than a woman who has a degree and I have to eat fast food every single day.
Well, that's just when I guess when women lean towards things that's masculine. So a masculine man would develop his resume and it makes him more attractive to women, because if he attains a certain level of success, then women see him as desirable. That no matter what personal skill set he has, but that is what's initially the attraction, you see. Okay. And at the same time, when women become like the men that they want and don't develop the skill sets that men desire, then it's no real surprise that men kind of
no balance.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, they don't want a boyfriend. We don't want a boyfriend.
We don't want professionals.
Well,
we don't want women with degrees. We don't want highly educated women. That's something that women may value. That's good.
Right?
I mean, those are good. Those are good.
Okay, guys, let's jump into the topic. Y'all done kind of touch the topic, kind of, sort of. Okay. You're going deep. You're mashing up my corn, too. I ain't got nothing to say about it. I could take my licks. Okay, so today on Tell It to Stanya, we are actually talking about, you ready for this? What I haven't been able, which, like I said, kind of touching on the same thing, because, and women, well, we're gonna go back and forth because men and women responded to my message earlier asking, but they say we don't listen, and so I guess this is, they're telling us, hey, this is just what we like. This is the kind of woman that we prefer. And remember now, there's nothing wrong with preference. Everybody has a preference. If you don't fit a person's preference, that's okay. Find someone who prefers someone like you. There are some men who like women who are educated, or women who do this, or whatever it is that's what they value. But there are a lot of men who value a woman who they see this, and they said it today, nurturing. They like that. So it's nothing wrong. We're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's okay. So let's jump into it. What I have not been able to tell my mate. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Okay. So I got responses from women and men. All right, here we go. So the first one. Dun. Hello, Tell It to Stanya. This is an awesome topic. I know lying is not healthy in a relationship, but some things in our past need to be a secret. My man is a sweetie. Okay. Early in our relationship, we had a heart-to-heart about previous relationships. This conversation was deep. I honestly feel he was honest, but his honesty hurt. He talked about joys, hurts, and pleasures of past relationships. Some things he said hurt me. These things happened years before me, but I still got a funny feeling. Not a feeling like he would be dishonest, but maybe a jealous feeling. I know that's crazy. So when it came to telling the whole truth, for example, oh yeah, anyway, I don't know where y'all go. Anyway,
Yeah, well, boy,
here we
wow.
go. For
Yeah.
example, I wasn't honest with my body count.
Yeah,
And I
figured.
said I was celibate for 5 years, except for one partner. I lied early in the relationship. Now I want to be honest, but I don't want to seem like a liar. He values truth. As the months pass, I see he is who he represents or presents himself to be. So now I fear being found out as a person who lied when there was no need to.
Good job.
Yeah, she lie.
And call audience, feel free to call to give you 5 cents, or you can continue messaging me, and of course the text line 422-4796. Okay, so y'all gone quiet. So first of all, let me ask y'all this. I'm so scared to ask this question because I already know the answer. Anyhow, how important is a woman's body count? Is it very important, or is it not important?
Very important.
So you would want to know how many people the person that you married or seeing, dating, however you want to call it.
I want to know
You
everything.
you would want to know that?
I want to know
And
everything.
okay. And if you know, when you find out, would it hurt? Let's say they gave a high number.
Mm-hmm.
Would that mean that you won't move forward with this person, or you will still move forward with
Well,
this person?
if they lied to me and I found out, I wouldn't want to move on with that person because they were dishonest.
Okay, so if they told you, listen, I slept with but 100 people,
Yeah.
and they
Oh,
told
wow.
you that,
Oh.
would you be okay
No.
with them telling?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think
Jamal?
right, wow. I don't know if I want to be the 101 then married.
Wow. Oh wow.
Ah, that's funny. Yeah. See, here's the challenge. It to me, it's not necessarily the number. I personally may not go down that valley in terms of conversation. I think generally, if I ask a question along that line, it's probably because you given off some signals that you may not be the like you for the streets, right? If you don't have some level of virtuosity, and like I said, people tell you who they are sometimes without even trying to tell you who they are. So if you give me signs that you probably used to be a garden tool, then for me personally,
Jamal,
Yeah.
Jamal, come on now.
well, yeah, I mean,
Come on now.
well, I mean,
Come on.
you know, some
Be respectful now.
that is respectful.
Calling someone the garden tool when we know what the word you're not saying here.
But unfortunately, that's a double.
But
We have a double standard.
So
Men have a
if-
double standard.
So okay.
There is a double
So
standard.
this is okay.
No,
so man,
hold on, one second. Let me
wait,
just
hold
get
on, and guys, please, you can send in your message if you want to comment. Is this important? Okay, so what you're saying is that you would want a woman with a low body count?
That's yeah. I don't think
you
any,
want a woman with no body count.
no, if possible.
Frankie, y'all come to the studio now. Y'all talking a bunch of garbage now.
No body count. None.
Yeah, here's what I want. Like, well, a high body count or a high turnover in terms of relationship, it kind of communicates a couple of things, right? Is either one that she's not very good with choosing men or making decisions as it relates to her personal life, and to me that kind of makes me want to like kind of peel that back a little bit. So is this mechanism with you a decision making? You like a people pleaser and you just feel like you gonna be friendly to dudes, and is this something that I have to be concerned with in the future? Because if you don't have like a certain set of boundaries, because if you have a certain set of boundaries, then you're not just gonna be busting it wide open left, right, and center for a myriad of amount of dudes. So like I said, the high body count just signals something else to me.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So let's say you meet a woman, and you're not married.
No.
Right? Okay, so So Chef Jamal isn't married. Frankie has been married for how many?
10 years.
10 years. Okay, so I have one person who isn't married yet. Wait, were you married before?
No.
Okay, wasn't married as yet. And then one who is married and married
I
for
wasn't
10
married
years.
before now, though.
Oh,
That's powerful.
Okay, Frankie. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's say now you meet a woman and y'all vibing. Everything is good. This woman is cooking for you. She's doing all the things that you really, really like, and y'all have a good time. You can see a future here. And just as this young lady shared, so let's say you're having a little heart-to-heart conversation, and let's say the person says, "Boy, Jamal, I slept with like about 30 guys." Would you say, "Boy, I ain't going no further with this"? Now, let's say you like the woman at this point. You're feeling her. What you gonna do? You ending the relationship? You putting in the category of, hey, she's no longer wife material, or you gonna say, hey, let me see how it goes? Or are you gonna talk to her, see what's going on with you, blah blah blah? What you gonna do?
Well, if she was to have that conversation with me, I think sometimes people say you can't turn that person into a housewife, and I don't know. Sometimes they may make they may make wonderful housewives, but
Maybe she changed. Maybe the fact that she's sharing that with you shows that she.
well, I think the challenge is that people change very little. People they kind of moderate their behavior based on their relationship. So unless they have like some point of demarcation in their life where something happened, something may be catastrophic, or maybe they might get their feelings hurt to a certain degree, and they figure, okay, well, it's like a person who is genetically predisposed to liking sweets, right? If there's a person who really ain't got too much boundaries as it relates to what they put inside their mouth, then for them, like the temptation, the challenge is going to be a bit difficult for them to moderate their behavior, and from time to time they can slip and eat some cheesecake.
But have you ever? Okay, I've seen some men who listen. They's Marsha Berry body.
Yeah,
but then I've seen them with women and they act different. Like, okay, they're with this other woman, totally different person. Just as I've seen some women who, boy, right, they may have, but then, okay, some time has passed, they've grown up for whatever reason, whatever happened, and they're okay. And so now...
Yeah, it's just a question as to how long they could continue that cosplay.
Okay, so someone says, that's right, child. The person said, I must ask my guest to read the book. Boy, no, that ain't no good example. I just remember. Yeah, no. I was saying, no. We ain't want to read that one because she was for the streets.
Yeah, she was for the streets.
She was for the streets. So, okay, so let me ask you now. What should this person who sent me the message, who said that, okay, we had a hard conversation. He was completely honest. He told her, I guess, all the little darkness, whatever he did. And she didn't want to. And by the way, this is why the woman doesn't want to, by the way. But anyhow, should she now tell him, should she go back and tell him, hey, listen, when we had that conversation, I didn't tell the truth.
Hell no.
So she need to just
tell him?
Yeah.
There's a difference between transparency and honesty. If he asks you, then be transparent. If he doesn't ask you, then I don't know.
But it sounded like he had already asked, and she said she lied about it.
Right, she lied. Now, what if they have? Oh boy, this is bad. I can't do it because I'll be essentially giving some bad advice.
Just say, Jamal. Just say it.
I can give you some bad advice. Should she continue
with the lie or not?
Yes. Listen, men are like this. If a man pedestalizes you in his mind, all right, he sees you as a person who probably can't do no wrong, and he believes this dream that you sold him. The consequences of your honesty now gonna be that this man take you off the pedestal. He takes away whatever trophy he then give to you, and now the only way that he can see you as a person that that is gonna be difficult for him to trust. So his trust muscle can get overworked, and men know how to do a good job with that. Women tend to do a better job with exercising that trust muscle excessively.
Emotionally,
Men,
he's going to be crushed.
So let me read another message. It say y'all looking for perfection. Okay. Anyhow,
no,
so
we're looking for an adult female. How about that?
but the adult female who can't tell the truth. And listen, anyway, let me go on to these messages because it's done 1:30.
She for the streets.
Jamal, everybody for the streets who oppose what you say. Okay, here we go. So this is from a male. He says that he wants to tell his mate, I don't need food or water as much as I need sex. Feed your man ego and you'll get whatever you want from me. Stop being my major source of stress. I don't want to have to keep my guard up even when I'm at home. This makes me don't want to be home.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Solomon says
how y'all feel
it's
with
better to live up in the attic of the roof than to be in a house with a cantankerous woman.
So okay, so what? That's what this person said. They said that they feel like the person who they living with, married to,
Crazy?
dating, whatever. Well, not crazy, Jamal.
It's
not crazy.
It's emotionally taxing.
Yes.
Emotionally high maintenance.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think after the man has already went to work, deal with the stress at work, deal with other stress, to come home and to also have to deal with the stress of a woman or your mate, that be emotionally draining. It could be too much.
So I have a
on them.
question.
If
I
he's
asked it for
married?
me.
So whether married or not.
I mean,
you know,
So okay,
so-
guys. So I sitting at y'all feet.
That's
I
it.
am sitting at y'all feet today. So let's say that the female has a question or she has a concern with a partner. How should she approach it? Because sometimes now, guys, sometimes y'all feel like anytime we say something, it may be a round, or maybe it's the way we say it. I don't know. But how should we approach a situation or a concern without sounding like a bugaboo, without trying to stress? Like how should we do it?
Well, what I discovered, I'll talk about a little bit of my relationship. Sometimes it's not how, but when.
Okay.
So sometimes the only time the spouse would bring the issue or the woman would bring the issue is when we're already dealing with an issue.
Okay.
So now they come with another issue and compound that issue on top of that issue. And so now it's just World War II, just fighting. So it's when. I think the best time for a woman to bring an issue to the man is when he's the most relaxed and calm.
Well, that could go both ways, because then
So-
a guy could say, well, gee, I mean, I was here enjoying my day, and here she come messing up my day with some little foolishness. I mean, like, is there ever really a good time?
Maybe have to find time. Part of being in a relationship is communication, and sometimes there is no good time to communicate certain feelings.
Okay, now I can tell you all this. Oh my God. I mean, there are people who come with a bag of issues. And to me, okay, this is why the dating process is very important. You got to watch like how they act, and you'll have a clue to who is a bugaboo, who always got a problem, who whatever it is. Yeah. I mean, are we
but-
not dating too?
Yeah, but some issues come out
After the
way
fact.
after.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Some things come out way after you
Well,
would have
it
dated
depends.
them, and you're trying to figure out, okay, where did this come from? You didn't show me any of this
Before.
while we were dating. So sometimes people put on a false front.
Okay.
Because they're dating, they're in their best behavior. They cooking every day, but the minute you marry them,
That's a different
everything
person.
fall off. The makeup
So-
stop, everything stop.
So Jamal, how would you want your woman to, let's say you hurt her feelings, or let's say
Right.
you did something she didn't like. How should she approach you? How would you want a woman to say, honey, I mean, I didn't like this. Like what do you like?
Well, I think the way how you actually begin to open the sentence just now is to me appropriate. For me personally, I would think I would want to create an environment where a person feels rewarded for actually coming to have a conversation with me. And when I say that, I mean, because sometimes women tend to take that passive aggressive route where they don't really communicate, and they make little digs, and then their desire is for you to be like the inspector, right?
mean, trying to figure out
and try to
what's going
figure
on?
out the clues. And sometimes you're completely ambivalent. I mean, you lost as it relates to what it is that the hints that they drop in.
Okay.
You see, until it gets to a boiling point, right? If someone says to me, "Hey, Jamal, listen, something's been on my mind. I really wanna talk to you about it, because I don't want it to negatively impact our relationship. But I think we should have a conversation about this." Then cool, okay. I may feel like I go in the principal office, but at the same time, I have to ensure in that moment that you feel that there is room, there is space for you to tell me something that isn't necessarily a compliment without me feeling like I need to defend myself. But I want you to feel heard. So yeah, I'd welcome that same kind of thing. And similar to the gentleman, I think even before, if you just have a really cantankerous woman and she didn't come like that, then you need to examine yourself and try to figure out, okay, what it is that I may be doing that may be contributing to this environment that I really don't like.
Okay.
And then work it from there.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. I got a next. Okay. Here we go. Another response here. Okay. This is actually a little similar. And after this, we'll take a break. Okay. So, another male says, wives need to really understand the importance of sex for us men. This is a major reason for infidelity. Also, when we come home after... Oh, there's another one. Saying that, okay. Also, when we come home after work and decide to vent... Oh, well, this is from a different perspective. And decide to vent, please allow us to express ourselves and don't make the conversation about you. I decided to talk, so just listen while I decompress. And after that, we can have a discussion. Contrary to popular belief, women are not always right. So when you are wrong, just say so. Okay, this is what he would like to say to his wife. Now,
Wow.
let me ask you all the first thing. Like, sex this serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Sex is this serious? Okay, so what is normal? And let me because see, I wonder why he messaged me. Because he been behaving these last couple shows. He ain't messaged me a couple of times. Okay, what does that mean? Why is it so important? Not saying that it's not important for women, because trust me, it is. But okay, what's the problem?
But, well, it's for bonding.
Okay.
Men oftentimes they feel connected to the woman that they are with. A part of that for us and that bonding is via physical intimacy.
Okay.
If you get to a point where a man is going any level of periods of time and he doesn't want to touch you and he isn't trying to make out with you, then that's when you get concerned. You don't get concerned that he wants you too much. You get concerned when that desire starts to dwindle, because that's kind of like one of those first indications that you like expiring like milk in that person's life in some way, shape, or form.
Well, honestly, I get concerned. Like if couples are not having sex, I get very concerned. Like that's a huge red flag. And yesterday, as I was having fun at a quote unquote office party, I think that just was an excuse for people to come together, me included, to have fun. But anyway, so we had these conversations. And the conversation came up where they were talking about, the men were saying literally the same thing, where they said, right, I don't know if women realize this, and why don't y'all initiate? And then y'all don't want to do it very often and do this thing very often. And so it brought me to a conversation that I had with a friend, and we were talking about, women initiating and all this stuff. So she was like, no, Stanya, women don't do that. I thought we did. So I started asking my clients, like, okay, guys, tell me something. What's normal sex life for you, let's say, during the week? And so they said, what you think they said? What you think they said during the week?
0.
No, they said 1 to 2 times a week. And then when I spoke with the man was like, well, at least 3 times 3 or every day. Right? So that's interesting. And then I asked women also.
Oh, when I said week, I mean like weekday, but go on.
He said weekday. Okay, and then I also asked the women how comfortable they are initiating. And a lot of the women said that they were not comfortable initiating. And then yesterday in the conversation, one lady said, well, when You know what I doing.
Yeah,
Y'all know
yeah.
that little move.
Yeah, yeah,
Frankie,
yeah.
you looking a little lost. You know what I talking
I
about.
know.
That,
Yeah.
right. That's the signal right there. You know, and she's
Right.
Right.
right. I want the white message.
When she
Right.
ovulating.
But okay. So anyhow, so Bahamian women now, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better than the little once or twice. We gotta do a little better. And
Yeah,
I
because
think,
them little junglers, so they
listen, now, listen, Jamal,
They-
Jamal, this your first
They
time
don't
on
have-
tell it to Stanya. Jamal.
Yeah.
I said nothing wrong.
Anyway, Bahamian women, I think that now I don't know if it's culturally, I don't know if what we are afraid of, but yeah, I think we are not comfortable sexually with ourselves.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, and so
The closet sexual.
yeah, but closet sexual, but then okay now Jamal, but then when the woman hanging from the chandelier, you can say she bad. You see, you ain't got nothing to say. Exactly. My understand. Anyhow, guys, listen. You all send me a message, 4224796, so you could join the conversation if you're brave or bold enough. 323-6232. Okay, y'all into messaging me today. Okay, so historically speaking, just as men were expected to be protectors and providers, and women, as your guest said, is supposed to keep yourself virtuous and righteous. And number one texter, I am not reading that message. You have before that message because that is too demeaning. Thanks. Okay, someone else says men want to feel desired as well. I'm a woman.
Amen.
We have to let our men feel wanted.
Yeah.
I tell my guy, when you come home, I want to put you to sleep.
That's a good woman
Listen,
right there. That's a
right.
good
Boy.
woman.
That's
That
right.
is a good woman.
And I know you would say that.
That's
Honey,
Mhm.
I won't put you to sleep.
Yeah. yeah.
So that's right. So he knows just what that means.
That's good. That's a good woman right there.
Okay.
Good woman.
So his mind is on me all day long. That's right, child. Hello.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as women, honestly, I think we need to get out the box. Okay, get out the box. Get out the box. So the men are saying, one, they like the women who cooking. Okay,
Yeah,
we have to listen to women. Not only do they like the women who cooking, but they like the women who who want to connect with them. I guess
Who initiates?
right.
Initiates,
Yeah,
yes.
man, because that makes a man feel like, boy, she want me.
Yeah.
She
Like
want all
yeah.
this.
right. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
At least he feels attractive to somebody because again, them little junglers. I can tell you, they while you reluctant to make your man feel like he's attractive, as
Someone
far as
else,
they're
yeah.
concerned, their attraction may be to something else. They may want that little light bill money, right? But at the same time, he don't know that. But if he's getting this attention, and for him, he's not accustomed to getting any kind of physical, sexual attention, as far as he's concerned, is I may not be all at home, but right when I do work, you know.
Listen. So okay, so and another thing, maybe you could simply start women as just touching your mate, like you walk past him, hi honey, or spank him on his thing, or rub
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, like that. Right. But okay, guys, but you see how simple it is? So if you haven't touched your husband, mate, or whatever, this is your signal. This is, this the big flashing neon sign. Go touch your man.
Yeah, they may not want to be bothered. They'd be like, oh, if I touch him, this is me next story.
Well, you know what? And that was, as a matter of fact, which brings me to my next thing. And this was from a guy. This was interesting. And I don't know. Y'all tell me what's going on here. Let me see where I put this now. Hold on. La ta 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 ta. Here you go.
Yeah, I sometimes I wonder because from what I get from a lot of married guys, they be like post marriage intimacy becomes performance based. So if they behave in home or if they doing something that probably
reward?
Yeah, more like a reward.
Oh my god.
Rather than
You,
My chest.
You only know that's because you all money.
See, that's the difference. Pre-marriage is the incentive. Post-marriage is performance based.
Okay, this
So-
is another one now. It's another male. Okay, Stanya, what I am not telling my wife is that I'm only tolerating her. Everything she does annoys me. I feel as though she takes advantage of me. I pay all of the bills, and she
Oh,
doesn't
Lord.
want to have sex with me. Every night she says she is sick. I feel trapped. I'm only here because no one wants to take a chance with me. If they did, I would leave her.
Yep.
Yeah, she don't really like you like that, bro.
No.
Yeah.
I think a lot of men are suffering in marriages.
And you know
And
what
that-
was interesting? Okay, I'm going to read what the women say because I have a few more. But what I did, and you're right, the women pretty much, it's amazing. The women, what they shared was that what they were not telling their husband, mate, or whoever, was pretty much some sexual stuff. Right? Because I'm going to read another one. What the men were saying was, okay, right, we're not having sex. But in addition to what the man said, it wasn't just that they wanted more sex, but also they felt trapped in these relationships. They're not happy. The men sound more unhappy than the women. And that is a very scary thing. The
Oh.
men seem more unhappy in the relationship than the women.
Yeah. Not surprised.
I mean, there was this guy. I was speaking to him last week, and he was saying that he said, you know what, Stanya, I married the wrong person. I ain't gonna tell you a word lie. She was beautiful. She's a pretty lady, and that's it. Nothing else. That's it. So I said, well, why didn't? So was there ever someone else that you liked or thought that you could be with? So he said, yeah, one woman, and that was years ago. And I saw it today.
Yeah, you fumble it.
Yeah. But the men are not happy. Now, I always say that y'all more loyal than women. Now, y'all ain't but the faithful. But y'all more loyal to me because men, for the most part, y'all will stay. Y'all will stay where the woman, she going to leave. But the men are not happy.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
This is sad.
I think we live in a world that kind of that pushes a lot of expectations in terms of men and is normalized as to what would be requirements for men in a relationship, and is also conditioning our women to reject things that are like normalized for women. Like for instance, if you have the same conversation in terms of expectations of men in any particular form where there's a group of women, probably from millennials go up, the pushback and feedback that you probably and likely is going to get from them is that everything is toxic. Everything is like, no, that doesn't work like that anymore, because as far as they're concerned, they distance themselves pretty much from anything that doesn't look like masculine success.
Well, let me say this too before we go on. Okay, going back to the person who said that, and you said it. Sir, this woman, if she is not touching you and every day she come home, she is acting as though she is ill, she does not like you. And she does not like having intercourse with you.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I mean, I'm sorry to say it like that, but she doesn't like you, and she doesn't like, because if every day she come home, all of a sudden she's sick.
Her belly break down.
So I don't know if she just doesn't like that,
Or something else maybe going on.
or it can also be that she has been turned off, maybe emotionally. I mean, for maybe something happened in the past, because it doesn't necessarily have to be the act that she doesn't like. It could be, but it just may, she may not like the tools, but that's not the only thing. It may be that maybe she hasn't gotten over something that you did. And so, but either way, if she is acting this way, she doesn't,
Yeah, she ain't feeling you.
no. But what I don't get, and someone said it in the text message here, why y'all just don't leave though? Why? I mean, I'm hearing, and I really empathize with the guys, but why not, if you're so unhappy, why not just leave?
I guess for us, we're looking at the time that we would have invested. Yeah, we're
Like,
looking at the time.
why not just go?
Yeah, that's because
Why y'all just don't go?
no. Well, what happens is a lot of times is men, they have a superhero mentality. You see, either that or Bob the Builder, right? They like the mechanic. They feel like they generally could be able to fix stuff, and men they're creatures of habit. So if this constitute what's their normal, then they try as much as possible to not disrupt their normal. So they want to present for you, okay, if you say you want this, and this, I'll bend my back to get this, and this, and then we can have a normal environment. Now, if she doesn't meet on the other end of the spectrum for a normal, I mean, like for him, he continues to try to work. It's almost like some people, if they have a bad tooth, dude, not women, guys, a guy may have a bad tooth, and that's his bad tooth. He ain't pulling that out. Like
Well, then stay with your mouth stink then.
But that's what they can
Then
do.
Well, stay with your
That's
stink right
what
then.
what they do. High blood pressure and everything.
And that opens
Stroke.
that opens the door for infidelity or someone else. And
On both sides.
So right on both sides.
But that's if she ain't already doing it.
But the woman,
Because she may not want to get a
the woman could go longer without sex than the
Yeah,
man.
I agree.
So eventually, that man, he may not leave his wife or girlfriend, but he may find someone else just to meet that one desire.
And actually,
or she may be doing the same thing and she don't
And
cost
so-
throw off a pH balance, so she's just trying to
listen. Let me read these other texts because you
trying
are
to stick to that one other guy. So I do it. So she
Okay. Text messages said, my guy loves when I give him a back rub and touch the back of his neck when hugging. Listen, women, when last y'all ever give your man a massage?
No, what they do,
Probably
they come
not.
home and they
Want the massage.
Yeah,
they-
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Also, if everyone feels trapped, free yourself. People are not attracted to people who are in bondage. You attract what you radiate. And okay, what is this now? Kevin Samuels had to teach black women daily on his podcast what male values were, but I've never seen him had to teach it to white women. Chat, listen, y'all say this right, but y'all like, now on a serious note, now y'all like to say, but black women this, black women that, but y'all forgot we came up with a name just for white women. You know what the name is? But y'all kind of like put it in a different category. We came up with a specific name for a white woman. Do you know what it is?
Karen?
Yes. Them heifers just they have a huge sense of entitlement too. Trust me on this. So we like to zoom in on that. But and you know what? Okay, go
Yeah,
on.
I think it has less to do. In some cases, I think it has less to do with color and more to do with culture.
Yes.
See, because what happened is, black women, they conditioned to, they
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me. Anyway, guess what? I have one little announcement anyhow, because Brittany, I tell you all, Brittany worked for Dwight. This the white protege over here. Because Brittany already telling us that we need to hurry up, wrap it up, and get off there. You see how she's to me? But anyway, let me make my little announcement. As of October, oh, this might be premature. But anyway, as of October, I will be on for an hour and a half. 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So, because we getting through this little 1 hour thing, just a little
Sprinting.
bit too quick. Okay, let me hurry up and read this other message that somebody sent in. This is from a female. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Man, Teddy is a big dancer. Okay, here we go. La, ta, 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 boop, boop, boop. And I want to just thank my contact list. Y'all really? Because I be asking them all kind of questions. Thank you all for entertaining my foolishness. Okay. What I'm not telling my mate is that, I slept with one of his friends before I knew him.
streets.
His friend, this before she knew him.
Still streets.
Okay.
His friend and I have agreed to never tell him.
Streets.
So whenever we see each other, we pretend as though we only know each other through my husband.
Wow.
I can never tell my husband, even though this happened long before there was an us, because my husband thinks he's a G on this road and it would kill him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Navel string
yeah,
berry in the
I
streets.
guess.
how is
Right
she
then.
for the streets if
Yeah.
this happened before? I am confused. Jamal, how is she for the streets if this happened long before she met her husband?
Because
she's
she
not
shoulda told her
telling the
husband.
husband, but she doesn't want to because she knows that the husband can't take it. Why y'all quiet? How is she for the streets? Is she for the streets? She for the streets. Why? Frankie, come on.
She dishonest.
Come, man of God, come
She
forward, come
dishonest.
true.
She dishonest.
When you got when within your own little small circle, you could be able to point to your friends who you too. The streets.
Yeah, she for the streets.
Y'all notice something though? Mm-hmm. You know, we talking about men and how bad they want sex, but notice all of the messages that people sent me, all of the women's messages, for the most part, was about sex. Mm-hmm. Was about women having sex. I mean, mind you, it was before these people came around, but it was still. So women are very sexually active too.
Yeah, they just are marketed to be something else. Whoever did that PR, right?
They did an amazing job.
Yeah, they did a good job at sanitizing their image. You see, but somebody's be out on the streets just beating it bad. Obviously.
Okay. And then the last one I haven't read, I zooming straight past you, Jamal. Mm-hmm. Someone said that what they were not telling their mate was that one of their friends sent them an oopsie video. You know, I don't know why y'all let's do that. Why y'all let's do that?
No, I don't do that.
Listen, that done happened to me like about 2 or 3 times.
Oh wow.
These little oopsie videos.
Wow.
And then
I'm behind the 8 ball then. I gotta get my life together.
Yeah,
obviously,
you need to get your oopsie pick together.
Yeah, I must see too old school.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, these little oopsie videos, guys, please, could y'all stop it? Because we already know that y'all meant to send that, and we don't want to see it. Okay, we don't want to see it.
So that would be post relationship or pre relationship.
She's saying that she was having and I can read it, but it's very long and Brittany ready. Mm-hmm. But she was texting the person I don't know, going back and I don't know what they were talking about, and she said
that's crazy.
A video that has happened.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
they do that.
No, I can see you in a relationship and you wanna like prime the pump before she reach home.
No, this is someone
right?
She's not. This one of her husband's friends did this.
There's no way.
Okay then. Okay.
That's her husband's friend?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yes, and then he said, "Oh, sorry. I'm telling you, men do that."
Yeah,
we call it the oopsie pick. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they have boys.
Talking about this.
They have boys.
Anyhow,
when you got like a library of photos in your phone that you got accidentally sent, as a matter of fact.
Okay, it's like, just as I was messaging you guys, okay, well, what time are you here? And then suppose I slip one little.
You missing slip some cooch inside the message.
Yeah. Loose quotation.
Screenshot.
That's what guys do. Anyhow, listen. We getting ready. We got to wrap up. It's 2:00. Once again, women, listen. I ain't checking for the fellas. Although I soon start one little program called "How to Be a Gentleman." That coming soon. But anyway, we have the "I Must Love Myself Enough" project. So you see how they talking about who for the streets? Don't worry, child. I got a place for y'all. So if something resonated and you was in the streets, child, listen. Eve's Journey got the place for you. So we're doing our 7-day program. I Must Love Myself Enough, and sign up. Give me a call. A lot of women actually messaged me after the show last week, and they're going to be a part of it. 451-6767. Guys, I ain't to y'all. Don't send me nothing, and definitely don't send me no oopsie pick and oopsie video. Oopsie. Okay? So women, if you was for the streets and you're ready to do the work, 451-6767. Also, if you're interested in sponsoring Tell It to Stanya, by the way, 2 people are supposed to sign up or sign on for next month for sponsorship. So if you want to be a part of it, sponsor the show. If you have a business, or if you just like hearing my voice, you could send one little something I just say it. Now for that, you could call me 451-6767. And by the way, the sponsors are both men.
Wow.
So big up to all the men.
And if they will send some oopsie pics.
No, don't send it to me. Don't send it to me. I ain't into that. Anyway, we out of here. See you next week.